Welcome to qualifying in Abu Dhabi, Division 3 HDR. We are finally here, and I'm very happy to be presenting this because I'm always happy to be presenting this. HDR is back. We last raced 1 week ago as usual, and that was at Bahrain, and now we go to our final run in the Middle East until Saudi Arabia round 5 at Abu Dhabi. Started off with Qatar, went to Bahrain, now Abu Dhabi. We have a short trip to Europe in round 4, but then we are straight back in the Middle East with Saudi Arabia, and then that's pretty much all the tracks from this region covered during the season. Sefer is the first car out of the garage, reserving for McLaren, and he'll be trying to warm up his tyres. He's been overtaken on the outlap by a Ferrari car of, who is it? It's Fexen. He wants to just get straight on with it, doesn't want any sort of interruption. He wants to be the first man setting a time on the board, and he's taking a very, very swift outlap. Now, let's get the stream posted as many places as possible. Hello everyone, nice to see you. Remember when I couldn't stream 1080p last week? Well, I'm going to try it again, because we do not learn our lesson. Fexen starts the first lap of the evening. He's reserving for Ferrari. Not that it matters, because A, we're in F1 World Cars, and B, he won't get constructors points, but the red livery, always a nice look on the track. J-Ride, the first chat that I could see. Nice, hello. And you are a mod now. That's pretty good. Braking around 45 meters, that's pretty late into turn 5, and now it's a long straight towards turn 6. This is the longest time you'll be full throttle throughout the lap, at about 1,080 meters before the next braking zone, which he nails perfectly for a first run banker. And out of the chicane now, traction very crucial here. You can lose a lot of time on the following back straights. 2 back straights and 1 very tiny start finish straight. A quick fun fact about Abu Dhabi: this is only one of 2 tracks on the calendar, actually 3 tracks with a new addition, to not have DRS on the start finish straight. Corrected is short quali. The other 2 tracks are Silverstone and Las Vegas, but you may have to correct me on that one. So it's just 3 tracks on the calendar without DRS on the start finish straight, and we are at one of them. Normally the ending for the Formula 1 World Championship, but for HDR it's a sign that the party's just getting started at round 3. Fexen hits the line with a 23.4, and there's a black car coming next, and that will be the Mercedes of Hessam, going slightly faster. Now, I'd have to assume that's an Aston Martin, and it is. Master Pilu across the line, way well off the time. There's another black car coming, I don't know who that be, Oliver, and he's in Alpine, I think. It's a questionable job with the livery, looks more like a Mercedes to me. Trixie, he's got Red Bull, and it's an alright livery design. It looks Red Bully enough. They did a good job with the logo down at Williams, and Roy de Boy goes second fastest. Next car to cross the line looks like a Red Bull, might not be a Red Bull. Let's see the time pop up on the board. Nope, it was a guy starting his hot lap. And is there anyone on a hot lap right now? Koujman 070, the newest Dutch driver to the Ferrari lineup, to add to their already ever-growing collection of Dutchies, with Rise and Stein in D1, and now they've got Koujman in D3. So 3 guys from the Netherlands racing for Ferrari. Bright red cross, the car painted, and it's decent sector 1, not too bad from him. And now plunging towards turn 6, slight downhill kink, and then you're on the brakes early. Someone's taken away the 50-meter board, so anyone who doesn't run racing line will be in a bit of trouble. But this is Division 3, so I don't expect that to be the case. I think they're all running racing line. Hello, Hassam. At least you're not texting and driving, unlike someone else last week. I forgot their name actually. But there was someone who was on the track and texting at the same time. I thought there was all of those ads about don't text and drive, it's dangerous. Well, that should apply to F1 as well. Sector 3, he's missed quite a few apexes. He looks like he's having a bit of struggle. See, not getting the rotation in the car at all. It looks like it's understeering all over the road, and he only goes P5, but good thing understeer is his issue, because he can fix that with a front wing change in the pits. Double JJ is now in Sector 3. He got P4 last time. Can he make it a double of good finishes? Starting with qualifying, up to the line, P5. Not good, not great, actually, considering 1 second off his teammate, but net position on track is pretty good. We would take that at Mercedes. Lehman now coming towards the final corner and missing that curb. A lot of people avoiding the curb since the new patch, because I haven't driven it too much, but I think it's the case where the curbs are just harder to ride. Double JJ, 15 years old, youngest HDR driver, far from it. Even as late, alright, he's not even the youngest on his grid. The youngest would be Roy the Boy at 14. And then I can think of other drivers who are younger, like possibly Webb, Emu for sure, DeVito for sure. The youngest is 14 across the grid. There's been like a few 13-year-olds, but they're pretty irrelevant. I'm 17. Damn, he's older than me. Well, I'm turning 17 soon. In like a month or so. A month and a half, probably. Forgot what day it is today. Sefer is on his first hot lap of the day. And where is Phoenix? He's closer to finishing his lap, so we'll ride on board with him. The game infuriatingly giving him a black arrow on the track map, despite clearly being a white car. That's very recognizable as a Haas, but the game refuses to acknowledge that. Across the line, he is really slow. This guy used to race esports, I swear. What kind of fall-off is this? Or maybe it's a testament to the competitiveness of HDR D3 that former esports drivers are now struggling in our series. Hassan still pole position. I feel like these bankers have been very, very slow. Normally you can tell when the average field is quick, but I don't feel like that's the case today. A lot of people don't seem to have adapted to this new meta very well. Sefer across the line, he absolutely misses that final apex by a country mile, but it's still good enough for the front row. Looks like his other corners were good, but my god, was that a missed apex and a half. Angie heading to the scene of a couple cars. Let's hope he doesn't get any traffic. Is he trying to coordinate a slipstream with the Williams up ahead? It looks like a Williams, and it probably is a Williams. He gets a nice toe off the car ahead, and they've been... oh, this is beautifully coordinated. You know what's not so beautiful? Angie's battery storage. It looks like he did not save any battery for Sector 3, and now he's going to lose out big time. He might still be fastest, but it won't be by much. Angie into the hotel section, swings it right, and then double left-hander to go. You have to keep the throttle on through all of it. You just have to lift off a tiny bit, but the throttle will never be switched off during the hotel section. And now out of the final corner, totally out of battery, and goes pole position anyway. So maybe he's found something with the battery that I didn't, because he's still fastest out of everyone. This F1 game has really become the era of Angie. I miss when he was slow and washed in F1 23. Now he can go to a series and do well pretty much anywhere now. You have to be on your game to beat him these days. Essam starting his second lap, whilst Angie has just finished his first one. So that shows you the difference in the run plans between the two pole position contenders. Hessam very slightly up on his time. There's a little bit more to be pushed for, but this is a good start so far from the Mercedes man. And into the chicane we go, braking nice and perfectly there. Apex is looking nice, and the exit's pretty much sealed for him. He could have went to the curb a bit more on the exit, but otherwise it's decent from Hessam. Now, unlike Angie, he saved a bit more battery for Sector 3, but you never want to take it too far in the other direction, because there's a lot of low-speed corners in Sector 3 where a full battery tank ain't going to help you. But he is up on his time, and if he has a good hotel section, then this should be pole position taken back. But he's had a horrible set of apexes through the hotel section, and Hessam looks like he's not going to gain in Sector 3 at all. This is looking pretty horrendous from him so far. Into the final corner. All of them are missing their apexes in Sector 3 really badly, and he only improves marginally, and Roy the Boy goes up to the front row to make it a Williams 1-2 at the moment. Texan now takes to the track in P5 for the moment, but how far can he promote that car up the order? Ferrari swinging right, and then back downhill left into turn 5 now. He's slightly down on his time. There's a little bit more to gain through Sector 1. It's not a good start for Fexen at the moment. He's really going to have to put the accelerators on through the second and third sector if he wants to gain any time, because Sefa's not too far away. Hessam is like almost 3/10 away. Nagrom. Okay. I have affirmed this information as an information. Truthfully, I couldn't care less. Fexen through Sector 2, 8 thousandths of a second down on his lap at the moment. He's not finding the time he needs to. He's going to need a third run on the tyres to make more progress up the order. P5 isn't a bad starting place, but for someone who originally races D2, he needs to be fighting for pole every single race he does. And he's invalid, and that's his tyres set wasted, his lap ruined, and his track time of no use. Chuxi going through Sector 3 now. This time he takes it right to the limit, the one that Fexen broke, and through the final corner now. Nobody wants to hit the apex. It's like a game of keep away. Slightly up on his time, but not enough to beat Fexen's original lap. Lehman coming through the final corner, hits the apex a little bit nicer than the other cars have done in the past, and makes no improvement. Makes an improvement actually, but it's not enough to change his position. Double JJ is up on his time, but we know how bad of a Sector 3 they all had last time. His apexes are even worse off this time. I'm not sure he's going to gain any places with this type. Through the final corner, brakes very, very early to get it stopped on time, and does he make up a place? No, he lost 3/10 in that last sector. I figured it was as bad as I was watching. Master Pilu a 10th up on his lap, and now the DRS opened on time, rear wing activated, and now it's full throttle all the way to turn 6. How wide does he want to stay? Does he want to go to the curb on the braking? Slightly, but he doesn't abuse it. And avoid the sausage curb at turn 7. And now take it up the gears towards turn 9. There's a tiny kink on the straight that barely counts as a corner. And this will be labelled turn 9. 4/10 up on his lap. His original lap wasn't very good, but if he wants to propel himself into the midfield, then this is the type of lap times he needs to be setting off with from the start. Master Pilu into Sector 3. Now the double hotel section we climb. There's a stake Sauber that needs to get out of the way. He's done that successfully. Takes it right to the ragged edge through the second part of the main hotel section. Keeps it alive. The lap's still going. Bit laggy on the run to the line, and gets himself into that midfield battle with P8. Exactly where he would have been aiming for at the start of the lap. Oh, and he's bit of a disappointment for whatever team he's driving for at the moment. I can't tell what team he's driving for. I don't even know him. 7/10 down, not a lap ongoing. Cefa's up to the front row, so we are now seeing a bit more potential from the McLaren driver, and Ice Cream will be happy if he's watching. happy if he sees it afterwards that Seppa has propelled his way up the order. No one on the lap at the moment. They're all just chilling. Only 2 minutes left in the session, so everybody's filtering out the pits for their one last pole position attempt. They're all... Hessam's trying to brake drag. That doesn't work anymore to warm the tyres. You've got to be faster if you want to warm them. Or weave a bit. Either you sacrifice tyre temps or tyre wear. It's your choice. But brake dragging doesn't work on this game anymore. They pretty much removed it as a feature. It doesn't matter how much you do it. You ain't warming the tyres through the brakes. You've got to weave around a bit. And Hessam seems to have right on cue learned how to weave during his outlap. So... maybe it's telepathy, maybe it's an open stream, but it looks like Hessam will get his tyres a bit more up to temperature before his final lap starts. Now, the first car to be starting his final hot lap will be Hessam, actually. I don't imagine Sepha will be doing another run. Yeah, he'll be boxing this lap. And Hessam to now start his final flying lap. What can the Mercedes man pull? He was on pole position at one point. He's down to the back of the second row now in P4. He wants to get himself onto the front row at least. He feels like he can be in a title fight. I feel like he can be in a title fight. And now he needs to start showing that potential on track. Braking as late as he dares. About 40 meters actually. Turns in very, very late. And everything looks smoothly for Hessam at the moment. He doesn't use his battery until very late on the straight though. That's going to cost him a bit of time compared to the other cars who do their runs there. And going into turn 6 now. Hooks it up nicely to the first apex. Second apex is more critical. And this time he pushes it to the limit. A lot more on that curb. And he uses the ERS way earlier on the straight. So everything's looking good for Hessam at the moment. We'll check his sector split. Is he up on his time? No, he's not. This is not going to be Hessam on pole unless he pulls a miracle out of Sector 3. The two challengers to Angie's pole position, Sepha and Roiderboy, have both already taken the flag. They must be in the pits or they missed it. Hessam is the latest challenger and he's not having a good lap at the moment. So it looks like Angie might have pole position secured. Hessam around the final corner. We'll only find out in a few meters time. Can he take pole? Can he do anything? He improves by 9 thousandths, but it's not enough. And Angie, he doesn't even need to improve. He's going to go for the line. He's invalid, but he's pole position anyway. Fexin is 300ths up on his time. That's going to have no impact on raising his position on the grid. It'll get him away from Truxie for sure. But Fexin across the line, slight improvement. Took a way shorter run to the line than most other cars. And Truxie chose to carry the momentum, and that gained him the place over Fexin. So Truxie is P5 on the grid. Lehman is a 10th up on his time. It's pretty much inconsequential. He can't gain that much time in Sector 3. He just needs to preserve his place from the cars behind him, which I think he will, because the only car on the lap is Koujman. And I haven't checked his times, but I don't imagine they'll be very quick. Yep, he's taken the flag, made a slight improvement, but nothing doing. Lehman makes a time improvement, but nothing with positions. And that will be Angie on pole position for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It was not decided on the last runs. It was decided pretty much in the middle/early stage of the session. And 2 seconds between pole and last. It's pretty competitive at the front, though. Only a 10th and a half separating top 4 cars. So race is probably on at the front. Yeah, your battery usage was not good. You have to use it early on the longest straights, out of turn 5 and out of turn 7. That's literally the 2 places you need to use your battery. But don't worry about the race, you just leave it on hot lap, occasionally turn it to medium in Sector 3 to save it, and then that's literally all the battery management you need to do. Now, tyre strategies will be very, very interesting. I'm curious to see what they go for. I don't imagine anyone will be on the soft tyres. It should be straight, medium, hard. Choice between two tyres, really. Ah. Gotta get the drink. Nobody ready up. It should be Nagrom's job to tell you when to ready up, but let's see if he does his job. Oh, he did it. Yay. Roy the boy possibly readied up. Yeah, he did. So we go 5 red lights pretty early on for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Lights out, cars go. Angie gets a good start. Sefer alongside him into the first corner. No, he's not quite. He wants to be aggressive, can't be aggressive. Roy the boy will be aggressive around the outside. He'll get the move done, but will that be in the steward's room afterwards for an illegal move? Because he did get that place off the track. Trixie up into P4. He's had a very good start from qualifying. Up one position. Roy the boy, will he give that place back? I don't imagine he will, and I don't think he should. He should just take the gamble. Hesam back up into P4. Oh, there's a state car off. It's Lehman out already. Lehman's had a lap 1 disaster. I don't know if he's been hit by someone or what, but that won't do good for him in the slightest. Kuijman in P8, Nagrom in P9. Nagrom's made up 3 places. Dutchman up 3 places as well. Plucker up 4 places from the back of the grid. Double JJ's had a nightmare. Still in P10 actually. Trixie and Hesam are fighting tooth and nail on this first lap. Try gain something. And is that Master Pilu? No, that's Fexin down the inside. Very aggressively and very effectively. It's a Williams 1-2 at the front at the moment. And someone needs to stop them because we can't have domination around here. Oh, Phoenix is off. Phoenix is off in the Haas. What's happened with the stream? Lehman at the back with front wing damage. There could be some cars in at the end of the lap, but there won't be a safety car as it stands. Angie continues to lead. Will Roy the boy want to collaborate as a teammate? I don't think he will. I think he'll want to go for the race win, but we'll find out what will come. Hesam is the only one starting on the hard tyres, so it's a risky tyre gamble. That's why he's been so vulnerable to Trixie in the early laps, despite his good pace. And Roy the boy breaks super late into the corner, and now stands on the power, and now he'll gain with the DRS. Is he going to be aggressive with his teammate? He's gaining down this straight. There'll be another DRS zone after this, and he's lifting off. He doesn't want to take the place too early. He has got Sefer right up his gearbox, so if he wants to make a move on Angie, he better do it early and do it effectively. He now has the DRS, he's got the battery, and I think we're about to see a change of lead. Angie can't fight this. He has half a tank of battery left, but it's no use, and Roy the boy takes the lead off of his teammate, and Roy the boy now leads. Sefer still in 3rd place, really using a lot of battery to try keep up with the 2 Williams ahead of him. Big Melt's built a pretty much a super team out here. Hesam in 6th place now, down with Fexin, and Master Pilu and Nagrom fighting for scraps for the last points position at the back. Nagrom now down to P12, where he started this Grand Prix. His good start coming undone, but he is pretty much guaranteed 1 point, owing to Phoenix and Lemon's disasters. The only way this could go wrong for Nagrom is if there's a safety car or he spins out himself, but this should be a very easy point for Nagrom to take. And Angie looks like he's already having Roy the boy pull away from him in the early stages, and Angie will gain with the DRS now. And might they just use it to help get away from Stepper together? That's the most productive way to use the DRS. Or the other method is getting close and maybe putting a little bit of pressure to take that lead back. I don't imagine they'll be in collaboration on different platforms. And a PS4, I know for sure, can't access Discord. So Angie now has the momentum to retake the place. And Roy the boy forces himself out to the sausage curb. Oh, there's a bollard stuck under Angie's rear left tyre. I thought that was a puncture for a second. Looks like it's just the game being the game as usual. That was really weird. I've never seen a car do that with a bollard. I wonder how that Williams will fare with the giga bollards we have at Las Vegas now. The ones that are, you know, like 3 meters high and pretty much makes an F1 car look like a toy. The Abu Dhabi ones are nice and small, so you can knock them over, but you never mess with the Las Vegas Giga Bollard. Nagrom gains a place. Is that him into the pits, though? Is that Oliver into the pits for damage? Yes, it is. That's why Nagrom gained a place. I didn't see what happened. Did Oliver get that damage running on his own? I didn't see a possible collision with Nagrom, but that could be something interesting to look at later. And are we going to get another change of lead here at Abu Dhabi? These positions are mostly inconsequential up until the pit stop phases. They'll be locked in a pack together. Angie goes defensive, but it's no worse. And Roy the Boy takes the place back. Is Angie going to fight this straight back? I think he will. Roy the Boy is oversteering on the exit, and the 2 Williams might be vulnerable to Sefer if he has enough battery to attack. And he does. He does. And he has the DRS. He goes after 1 Williams. Does he want both of them? Does he want to get sandwiched in between them? No. He takes it safely. Roy the Boy loses the place to Angie. And now they'll be side by side into the hotel section if Roy the Boy wants it. Looks like he's playing his cards calmly for the moment. Sefer has been allowed the opportunity to stay with this battle pack. And always watch out for Hessam, because the only one on the hard tyres will mean he is on attack mode at the end of the race. And what's Hessam's battery? 90%. Now, he doesn't want to leak it to 100, but if I were Hessam, I'd keep it around like 85 or so. That's pretty much the optimal. Around 90%, you are at a big risk of wasting battery, and you never, never, never want to do that. It costs you, it's like throwing away tenths. It's pretty much the same effect as if you have giant oversteers on the exits of every single corner. That's how badly wasting your battery goes for you. And Double JJ's up into 7th because the Ferrari of Koijman has spun on his own and now runs down the order, and it's another free position gain for Nagrom. 2 Mercedes separated by 5.5 seconds. Another key factor to come into this race is the pit boxes are a complete mystery. You don't know where each person is going to be stacked now, owing to the F1 World cars. So anyone could be anywhere. Roy the Boy, where could he be? P1 again. Another swap for the lead. It looks like they're chopping and changing every single lap at Williams, and that is keeping Sefer in the battle. I haven't seen them go side by side yet, but I feel like it's only a matter of time, owing to how ambitious both drivers will be to take a race win at this circuit. Angie off the road. Roy the Boy still in the front of the field. Trixie's in 4th, Fexen's in 5th, and Hessam is in 6th. Still on pretty much the maxed out tank. So is Fexen, so is Trixie. It's just the top 3 losing a lot of battery, but the Williams are now starting to recover their battery together, and they can do that because they can hold the field behind them with their double DRS power of friendship going on. Top 6 are pretty much running tooth and nail together, and then you get a lot of separations in the backpack. It's his turn for the DRS boost. Roy the Boy pulls away though because of his large oversteer, but he's going to use a bit of battery to try keep up. Are we going to see anything down the inside into turn 6? He looks for it. He's just looking for the clean air braking. Or maybe he's looking to go defensive to Sefer, but Sefer has not kept his battery safe, and he won't be on the attack this time, but Angie will. Roy the Boy saving battery alongside him. Angie now uses a little bit of it, gets back past Roy the Boy, and that's Williams still 1-2. Safety car! No, VSC. There's a black car spun somewhere, and it's Oliver into the barriers, and he's triggered a VSC. Now that will affect everyone's ERS strategies. Everyone will be able to get their battery back, and it also might let everyone pit except Hessam. So all the medium runners might be able to pit under the VSC. I would pit. I think the hard tyres can go to the end, but I have not experimented with that, so it's a question to be known. Does anyone dive into the pits? No, they're all staying out. It's too early for all of these guys, they feel. They all stay out. Angie continues to lead them along. Now, this is where they can all be vulnerable on a restart. Make sure you keep your fuel not overfueled. And looks like they're going. VSC's in, and nobody gets a drive-through penalty. Impressive. They're learning. Roy the Boy into turn 5. He's much closer to Angie. He didn't get away properly under the VSC, and now he's got the whole field behind him. Sefer didn't recover his battery under the VSC. He's wasted McLaren's chances here. He's actively throwing away points. But Angie has no defense anyway, and now it's not Williams 1-2 anymore. Sefer has split the pair of them, and Roy the Boy has no security behind him now, unless Angie tries to fight back. He has full battery compared to no battery. This shouldn't be a fight unless the wing difference is huge. Sefer, is he going to go elbows out? No, he can't even. It's back to a Williams 1-2. Hessam in P6. Somewhat down the order. The double JJ closed up a lot during that VSC to the leaders. That was a very timely VSC for him. Oh, there's big braking moment for him. Almost running into the back. Because Trixie's passed Sefer up to the podium place. And now we have a new challenger to the two Williams of Trixie. Sefer is a poor battery saver, it turns out. So, he's got damage! I can see the end plate hanging, and Fexin will be down the inside on the scene as quickly as he dares. Hessam will also be past him too. Off the track he goes, and the damaged wing is going to be costing him bucket loads of time. And goes wide through 3, 4, and now down to the hairpin of turn 5. Fexin tries to brave this around the outside. Sefer will be pretty much hopeless if Fexin... Does he get the move done? No, he doesn't. And this is now Hessam time to use up all that battery he kept saving. All of them have DRS though, so it has to be on raw speed. He gets past Sefer. Is it going to be a double overtake on Fexin too? Down the inside. Brave on the brakes. Does he get this done? Fexin has to back off. Not yet though. Hessam now gets that place. Will he have the DRS? That will be crucial. He doesn't. He's timed the move very poorly, and Hessam will try use up all the battery he has to defend, but Fexin will similarly use up all the battery he has to attack. And Fexin's back down the inside, but he's outbroken himself. And Hessam now goes for the switchback. The two cars wheel to wheel for P4 in the race. Fexin stays ahead of the Mercedes. It was almost a double overtake, and Sefer's lost a huge amount of time into the hotel section. Fexin is parking that Ferrari like a London bus, quite frankly. The red of the Ferrari matching the red of double-decker buses you see in central London. Roy the Boy, Angie, Trixie running within 2/10 of each other each and every single lap. The pit stop phase can't be too far away, and the risk here is you can never double stack with anyone really, because you're always at risk of being shafted. You don't know who your teammate is in F1 world. It could be anyone. Angie's teammate might be Trixie for all we know. So it's always a big risk stacking into the pits with anyone. So that's why offset strategies like Hessam is really powerful in F1 world. Fexin doesn't have DRS and Hessam does. So that will allow him to close up. Angie gets past Roy the Boy, but Trixie wants to go for a move on the inside of Roy the Boy. Is he going to get this done? They're side by side running together. The Williams gets a bit good traction out of the corner. You can read the tiny shark sign on the rear wing. Trixie is the one with the jaws though, coming at Roy the Boy. Roy the Boy now turns defense into attack and swings it down the inside of Angie. The two matching Williams cars, they even got their sponsors matched up. That's how in sync they are. Can we see the lap times? Fastest lap? Or like the overall laps? Where is the fastest lap? Fastest laps are here. What, do you want to see like every car's every lap? Because that's in Race Director. Last lap time. There's no last lap data. That's the closest I can do. Unless I go into Race Director and I just show you their lap times from here. Have a look. Angie was the fastest last lap, but they're all battling so hard that the lap times often don't mean much, and then there's a lot of cars that haven't finished their laps. But you could also see then, and as we pan to that screen, the VSC is now out, so that affected some of the lap times of the lower midfield. Now what's this VSC for? I don't see any damage on anyone's car at the moment. It could be for any reason. Now let's check positions, and now we're getting close to when you'd want to pit, and the lower midfield have pitted. Hard tyres for Negron. Hard tyres for Master Pilu. And Guishman stays out. Not sure about that one. Oh, he's already pitted early on. He pitted under the first one, I think. Every VSC that comes out is, I think, a case for Hessam's help. Oh, a little bit of smoke coming out the back. Roy the boy, straight on the back of Angie. Angie's been poor at these VSC restarts, but he gets away with it because he's leading the race. Maybe he's doing it on purpose to try slow them down and control the field. Oh, he's off! Oh my god, Angie's out! Oh, Angie's binned it! Oh, he's out of the race! It's a safety car! Are they off to peel in? Hessam peels in for mediums. No! What's he doing? What the Why would you do that? That was weird of you. Hessam stays out, and they're all into the box now for new tyres. Hessam needs to beat the safety car, otherwise he's not going to get a pit stop in. He needs to speed this up, get ahead of the damn safety car. And now he'll have a chance to box. He got out ahead. Oh. Oh. We're going for the Lando Norris strat. Oh yeah, past the safety car like that. That might actually work though. I think it's, if you wait a lap, you gain more time on them. Angie, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. He's binned it on his own. He was leading the race and he's just... It's Hassan boxing. He will box now for mediums. And has staying out that extra lap helped him in any way? He'll slow it down to the pit limiter. And I think the one thing it did do is it prevented him from being double stacked with anyone. So... Alright. Out and away we go. Hessam up into third place. That actually helped him. Diamonds, what is this inflation? Karaoke for 5k, outrageous. Cost of living crisis, mate. Vexin in fourth. And Hessam will have to baby these mediums to the end now. Very, very delicate. Rise has redeemed a hydrate. That price did go down actually. So, thank you. I shall be able to drink more water from now on. Vlog asks for Rise's wealth. I bet, yep, 26.1k. This is why karaoke inflation came in. That's enough to, like, cover a whole stream at that point. Luckily, I'm not Death Star, so I've been widening my musical tastes, so I can handle shit. I'm not like him. 2,500 minutes of Spotify in 1 week, all spent on Taylor Swift. To give credit to him though, he has changed it up recently to looping the same Ariana Grande song for 14 hours straight, and I'm not exaggerating. I have vocal cords of steel. Hassam, if these mediums last to the end, has a great chance to win the race. 10,000 IQ. More like a 10,000 IQ pit entry cross and 3-second penalty after the race, but I'm not going to be the snitch for that case. Double JJ in P5. And if Hessam has a disaster with tyre management, then that will be P4 again. Leishman's staying out because he's pretty much forced to. That wouldn't be good for him at all. If I was Lehman, I might have boxed for another mediums if I had one. But I don't think he does. So they'll all catch the safety car. Nagrom says, I've lost, whilst also being in the points and firmly in the points. Why don't you focus on driving sometimes? Nobody expected you to win, but at least score points. No one expects me to win, but I still always end up in close-ish to the championship. Now we have 4 cars in the top 4 now. The Williams want to. Spice Girls wanna be. Do I know this song? I'm too young for Spice Girls. Oh, I should know it. Alright, here we go. The safety car will be in, so... Oh, come on, no! Now I I hate you. This is gonna be cringe. Mate, I'm not even sure if this... Tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I'll tell you what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what you really, really want. I wanna, really, really, really wanna zigzag. Do you want my future? Forget my past. You wanna get with me? Better make it fast. Don't go wasting my precious time. If you act together, we could be just fine. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really want zigzag. Wanna be my lover. You gotta get with my friends. I tried that, it failed. We're forever. Friendship never ends. Unless friend zone. Wanna be my lover. You have got to give. It's too easy, but that's the way it is. Yeah, I can't do Spice Girls. What do you want, Diamonds? What do I want? I want Hessam to win, Double JJ to get second, Mercedes 1-2 domination, and Aston Martin to be in the mud forever. Hessam goes wheel to wheel with Trixie, gets ahead before the braking zone. The medium tyre power is already showing force for Hessam, and he might be straight into the lead. Boy has poor traction on the exit. The other Mercedes is Double JJ in P5, and Hessam now wheel to wheel for the lead. He was not competitive on those hards, but Boy has the straight line speed to keep him at bay for the moment. But Hessam, he's been hit by Trixie, I think, or he just had a big oversteer, but he's still in second place, albeit with much less of a gap than he had before. And what is Fexen trying? Tries a dive bomb, almost hits Hessam, and they're now side by side through the hotel section, I think. And that's all letting Boy get firmly away from this fight. And Hessam needs to stay with them before his mediums drop off. Unless he's Lewis Hamilton in Mexico and the mediums just last forever, then this is a dangerous game he's playing himself into. He was the only one to start on the hards, and now he has to do something about it. If there's another safety car, then all is well. Mediums were the best strategy in the end, but mediums to the end is very, very difficult from here. Will he be in the DRS? He won't be, and Trixie will be, and Trixie has a lot more battery, so he will be on the hunt. Hard tyres versus mediums, and Hassam's already having to flash up the battery. That's not a good sign for his chance at a win. And Cephas pressuring Double JJ very closely. He lost a lot of places through his front wing damage. He has slightly older tyres than everyone else, but he is now back in the race thanks to the safety car. So he has another shot, going and gaining a few places. He does have a penalty, which won't help his case, but he has the raw pace of a D2 driver sometimes, so he'll surely gain time. Fexin in fourth, and off the road is Hessam, I think. Already the medium tyres not showing themselves to be that good for him. And Trixie carrying more momentum through the last corners. Boy might be making a few mistakes on this lap, or just saving a bit more battery, because Hessam has now crept into that DRS. He was 3/10 quicker than Boy on the last lap. The gap was like 1.1, 1.2, and now it's down to 8/10. And as soon as the rear wing opens, that's when he starts to gain. But it's very, very tight as to whether he'll get the DRS. He might have to do an ultra late braking into turn 5 to get it. And I think he has got it. He has got it. So the fight for the lead is now back on, because Boy doesn't have sufficient battery to get away. And Hessam has a lot of speed advantage on him now through these two straights. Dirty air is almost non-existent, but the tyres will be falling off pretty quickly. He needs to watch out for that and manage them accordingly. Track position will be king. If he gets ahead and just holds them up through sector 3, that's the way Hessam stays in this race. He has to race smart. He has not got the better tyres to the end of the race. With this length of a stint, hard tyres will always be more advantageous. But what you can't beat is a racing brain. Does Boy have it? Does Hessam have it? We're about to find out. Trixie's not far away from this fight as well. He'll get dragged along with the medium runners. Double JJ falling out of the pack though for the lead. So this was his chance to stay with the leaders, and looks like he's not taking that. And Boy's flashing, so he's trying to save his battery to sector 3. In fact, they're all trying to save battery through sector 3. Now a cramped field is exactly what Hessam needs. Everyone slows down and he gets more chance to save his tyres. If everyone starts pushing and stretching away, that's when he loses the position, loses the time on the medium tyres. And 5 laps into the stint now. We won't be at the crossover point, so he'll still have the advantage. But now the leader of the race beckons for Hessam, as now takes it all the way down to first gear, opens the DRS, and it's going to be a straight drag race between the Mercedes with DRS and the Williams with absolutely nothing. Hessam to the inside, Hessam to P1. Boy can't do anything for now, and into turn 6, Hessam takes the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But he has a horrible exit, and Boy will get that lead as quickly as he lost it. Hessam down to second place, and into the hotel section, it will be Hessam in wait. Trixie lets Fexin through, lifts off and everything. I saw no reason why he should do that, but that's what's happened anyway. Master Pilu spun in the back of the pack. Nagrom holding up a battle pack. In fact, it's a couple cars falling down the order. Lehman too. I don't know what's going on with these guys anymore. Everyone's just spinning out. But Double JJ's now pretty much released into his own battle pack with Sefa. He needs to just keep up with him, because Sefa's a well-equipped guy. And preferably don't bin it like Angie if you want any chance at taking a W tonight. The clouds will set in and make this racetrack darker as the race progresses on. 11 laps to go now. Sefa spun. Double JJ fully released now. Nagrom will hold up a bunch of cars behind him, and Sefa has lost it. And P5 and possibly a podium will result in Mercedes scoring the most points from D3 this weekend so far. Hessam, does he wait? Does he go patient? Or does he go bold? Hessam to the lead of the race. But the DRS now beckons for Boy. And Hessam, again, he hits the back of him. And again, the DRS opens. This time in Boy's favour. Fexin for the double overtake for the lead. He's going to try and he's going to send it. And Boy stays ahead. The Ferrari of Fexin is doing really well for at the moment. Trixie is pressuring Hessam though around the outside into the hotel. Hessam should be on the upper ground. The inside line's overpowered and Hessam duly uses that, but the medium tyres, it's not going to last for him. He's already losing tons of time in battle. He's flashing up on his battery now. He used too much in defense. Boy, does he want to stretch this away, or does he want to keep Fexin pinned right with him and possibly just control the race a bit easier? Hessam track limits. This is going to be so... Oh, frick. This is going to be so costly when the cars are running so close. He might... Worst case results P4, but it's not looking good for him at all. Trixie gets past him, and Hassam's losing DRS very quickly. Absolutely lost touch the cars behind. Sefa now boxes. There's a spun around of Oliver. Layman in P10. Trixie is on the attack for now. Oscar Pilu gets a 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. He's out, he's retired from the session. It's game over for him. And Koijman finally gets past Nagrom. On older tyres, Nagrom's just proving every single time how slow he is, really. Show pens. Pens. Show. 3 seconds. That's a significant one in the front of the pack. Then down the order, Phoenix to gain a few places. The laps are ticking down. 9 laps to go after this one. Oh, off the track a few cars. Abu Dhabi Turn 1 was infamous for an exploit back in F122. And oh, fuck. Hassam's doing this on purpose. Medium tyres absolutely gone now. Oh my god. When does this ever end for him? It's Abu Dhabi. Fexin versus Boy. Can Fexin pick up a race win for his non-World Constructors Championship scoring side? Goes to the outside. Boy wants to go aggressive. Push him all the way to the outside of the racetrack. Take him to places he doesn't want to be at. Fexin forced off the road there. And Boy carries on his way. Trixie in 3rd place. Nice battle for the lead going on at the moment for Trixie. Hassam is losing more and more time. At this point he might as well be on puncture radius. I don't know how mediums lose this much time. Looks like hard tyres were always the tyre to be on, it seems. Fexin's really close to this battle. I'm scared of Roy, he's like the old comic. Yeah. Nah, he reminds me more of you, Flov. He's you. He's like rapidly inconsistent and then rapidly fast, and then he's a menace in battle, so he's you. I think you're scared of him because he's a mirror image, and Fexin's waiting. Fexin now breaks himself, and Fexin goes straight on. Trixie now takes 2nd place, and this time he'll get the DRS, and it will ride up to the back of the Williams. The Red Bull at Trixie can't make a move because the VSC is out, and okay. Oh, it's a safety car. Okay. Oh, it's a safety car. Right. Are they boxing? It has to be soft tyres. It has to be. And Boy has stayed out. No, wait. Trixie's... No, Boy stayed out. Okay. All in the pits now. Right. Double JJ slows it down. Soft tyres, everyone. Softs. Is there going to be softs on brain? Oh, Hassam. Oh, Hassam's been screwed by Fexin. This is exactly the danger of F1 World Cars. You never know who your teammate's going to be. And that might lose Hassam the place to his teammate. Double JJ in P4. Fexin out on mediums. Trixie on mediums? Boy still on hards. Okay. Right. Right. Hassam, be so careful with these softs. This is a risk. Medium's a good choice. Soft and dead in 3 laps. Yeah, they might die under the safety car. Hessam, I wouldn't try warm them up. I'd try drive like you're on ice, mate. Come on. Soft tyres are a risky choice. I only said that because I didn't know all of you guys had new mediums. Royderboy staying out on old hard tyres though. That's certified Williams strategy. How many laps would softs last for you? It would die before you leave the pit lane, Fluff. Right after you retire, a safety car comes out. It's almost like you shouldn't quit until it's over. Royderboy boxes! He's not going to take the restart. He has pitted for new tyres. And now drops all the way down the order. So, nice strategy from Williams. I wonder what Big Milk's thoughts is on this, Mr. TP. Down to P7 with that. Wait, Nagrom, you're still in the race? Kudos. Okay. Fuel is going to be key on this restart. We will definitely see who is overfueled. Diamonds, I'm still going to finish ahead of you in the race. No, you're not. You're flogged. You're washed. You're washed. You are. You got stick drift. Bahrain question mark. Well, that was because Bram brake tested me on a straight, so that's not really fair. Let me know when you get brake tested. Right. Now, soft tyres are a big risk for any track. I might have messed up my strategy here by telling them to go softs, but it's going to be 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 6 laps on softs should not be a problem. Okay, 6 laps should be alright. It's only 6 laps, come on. Fexin is supposed to be the challenger to the restart. Truxie's got him easily. Double JJ got such a bad restart that Hessam overtook him before the line, but the 2 Mercedes will have to sort that out with themselves. As back to green flag running now. Hessam on the back of Double JJ. Truxie has gotten away from Fexin quite significantly. Royderboy round the outside. Royderboy, oh, contact! Oh, there's more contact. I figured Royderboy and Nagrom is like mixing a firecracker with dynamite. Something has to explode, and they almost did at the high-speed corner. Nagrom is pushing him to the limits of the racetrack. Lemon watches on in the background, tries to see if he can make anything of it. Nagrom's already flashing, and Royderboy with superior ERS strategy now gets past. And Nagrom, tries it down the inside. It absolutely outbrakes himself. Royderboy gets an easy move and flies over the sausage curb as well for good measure. And Fexin is struggling to stay within the DRS. And Hessam wants to be on the attack, but he's got his teammate in the way. Lemon now past Nagrom. Nagrom continues to disappoint as per usual. Not doing good at all for VCarb. Nagrom around the outside though. Tries fighting back and gaining the petty points, and now tries forcing him to the inside and actually makes it work. To his credit, Nagrom still up in P8 still, so not bad going. Fexin has lost major time to Truxie. He must have made a huge mistake in Sector 3. The DRS will be enabled, and Mercedes could get both cars on the podium, maybe even a win, because Truxie has a penalty. Hessam has a penalty as well though, so it's just Double JJ he has to watch out for. Royderboy already on the back of Hessam, having thrown away the race through strategy. And into turn 5, Hessam has a drift. Royderboy takes the curb, and Hessam might lose the place. They're now side by side, the Mercedes and the Williams. Hessam passed him for the lead a while back. Royderboy retakes it, despite having messed up his strategy. Double JJ past Fexen. Royderboy past Hessam. Side by side into turn 6. No! Contact between Royderboy and Fexen. Fexen flies over a sausage curb. And now Royderboy will be fighting for a spot back on the podium. He hasn't got the battery though. And this is going to be a tough fight into turn 9. And Royderboy can't make anything of it. And Double JJ is now the cork in the bottle for everyone else. He just needs to keep second place, and then he has the race win secured. But they all lost so much time to the cars around, and particularly Trixie. That one was the key one. Royderboy has a pen now as well. So Fexen has his position. Oh, fuck Double JJ. 3 seconds. Fexen now has the winning chance. Why? The Mercedes, man. They always get my hopes up. Still could be a podium though, so always something to smile about. Royderboy in 4th place, following Fexen closely. Fexen the only one without pen now. He could still be on for a win, but 6/10 has been lost to Trixie in the first sector of the lap. So I'm thinking that that's a trend to continue, and that's more and more chance that he can start thinking of a race win. Hessam's soft tyres already dropping off. And it might be a similar story with the others. Fexen fakes it to the outside of turn 6, goes for the inside, fakes to the outside. Normally it's the other way around, but wants to get the later brakes. Can't do it then. But now can he do it? We're riding on the rear wing, front wing of Royderboy. And now 3 wide into turn 9. 2 cars past Double JJ. Royderboy with the double overtake. A few cars have been beckoning it, but Royderboy has executed. And now goes side by side with Fexen. Fexen will not be forced off the track this time. Fexen to the inside. Fexen gains the place back. And he's the only one without a time pen. Oh! Royderboy wants to switch back in the hotel section. But that almost worked somehow. Surprised with that one, but Hessam now somewhat back in the fight. 3.5 seconds. They've battled each other too hard. Trixie will take a race win at this rate. Royderboy 2.5 tenths. Fexen 3.4 seconds away from Trixie now. They've battled each other to make his pen worthless. Now it's 2 cars going towards turn 6 again. Who will be later on the brakes? Who will be closer to the braking zone when they have to apply the brakes? It will be Royderboy on the inside, and Fexen will have to fight back straight away though, because this battle doesn't end at turn 6, it ends at turn 9, and the second DRS spot opens for 3 laps to go, and Fexen past Royderboy, and the sector 3 is going to be so crucial for battery saving. Now he needs to start saving all his battery, and we get some nice overhead shots of the Abu Dhabi Yas Marina circuit. And let's turn all of the data off. And blasting through the hotel section. Isn't this a beauty? Nice to look at, you know. Visually appealing. Oh. Good views of the Ferrari. Right, data back on. Nagron 3 seconds. That's irrelevant to our leaders here. Fexen losing yet more time. Royderboy before turn 5. Brakes it late. Brakes late. Does he time the DRS right though? We'll see it. We'll check it. Has he got it right? Yes, he has! Genius move. Gets the DRS and gets track position. It's a 2-in-1 victory for him. And now he just has turn 7 to survive. Don't fly over a curb. Gets it right. Fexen has a little drift on the exit. And now, is he going to burn the battery? He can't. He just doesn't want to. He's confident that he wants to be behind for this final lap. He might have just resigned first place and wants to be secure in second. Hessam's dropped majorly from Double JJ now. But Koojman and Phoenix are in combat with each other. Oliver stands to gain a lot of places. Vexen. Final lap. They're closing in on Trixie though, so this race win isn't too secure. Depends what happens with battles. We haven't seen cars go side by side into turn 6 very often. But that has to change at some point. Hassam Softs have firmly lost it. He's just poor. How is he losing this much time? Is he out of fuel or what? That has to be... That's not right. He forgets he has all those pens. But looking to the front now, Vexen with DRS, Vexen to the outside. Royderboy's got no battery, so he's really screwed himself on the final lap. But it's a case of battery versus DRS. Vexen has all the battery to use. Royderboy has nothing. What's going to win out now? Vexen using it all. And Royderboy can't keep up with him. So it looks like Royderboy will not get this ahead on track. And Vexen is going to be so close for the race win. It doesn't look like it, but the 3-second pen is going to make this so tight for the win. Trixie versus Vexen. Only 1/10 separating them. Trixie has lost his tyres compared to Vexen. Hassam, I can't do this. Out of the final corner, Trixie's done all he can. Drives as fast as he can to take the win on track. Does Vexen take it? No! He's missed out by 3/10. Royderboy P3. Double JJ in P4. Koojman P5. Oliver jumps him, so good result from Oliver in the end. Lemon P7, followed by Phoenix and Hassam in 9th position. Nagrom, last of the finishers. But points is points, so I'm sure Nagrom will take it. Your race winner, it's Trixie. For the Red Bull team, very, very good result. I wouldn't be surprised if the results have already been done by K5, but fastest lap award goes to Double JJ with another good P4 drive. And that's it from me. See you later.